Okay, so then we continue. So plastic carton. According to some scheme, it is permitted to tear off the plastic ring that binds cup in a plastic container, for example, milk container. However, other poskim prohibit this. Is therefore preferable to open plastic milk containers before Yom Tov. If one forgot to do this, one can generally avoid having to break a ring by simply inserting fork under the ring and lift the plastic cup while intact. So we're talking about it's not only milk. I would say the water gallons. So you have a cup, tiny cup, and below the cup you have this ring. So how you open up, you remove this ring. Like, I mean, you tear it. It's no longer ring. It's like you remove this plastic thing, and then you leave the cup. Right. So, but as he said, I think this is it's like since it's my understanding, right? Since it's very thin plastic compared to the soda cups, for sure. So you can take a fork or a knife and carefully remove this ring together with the cup. There is no problem. Okay. Okay. So I mean, according to some poskim, they say there is no problem. But it is permitted to tear off the plastic ring. Okay, I would not do so. Okay, they say it's proper to follow this stringent view. Just do it together. And as I said, it's not as dangerous as a person would try to open remove the string with the cup from the soda bottle. Right. First of all, it's pressure there, and then here there is no pressure. Okay. And plus it's very pliable because it's very thin. Okay, continue. Peel off seals. Seals that are peeled off on top of the container, as common with small container of fruit juice, may be removed in normal manner of Yom Tov. So sometimes you have any container and you have this plastic that is glued on around perimeter, so you can remove this. There is no problem. Okay. It's a seal. They call it seal. Okay, there is no problem. On a cream cheese, on other things that's on salads. Okay. So it's usually I'm just thinking, right? It's usually they have this for things that they would keep in the refrigerator, in the refrigerator section of the supermarket. Right? I'm just thinking, or you have hummus, right? Hummus, yeah, good example. Have hummus, and you have this seal, peel-off seal. No problem. It is no problem, but I don't remember where, but I saw opinion that there is a problem. Don't remember, but what I would do. So we usually open before, but sometimes everybody forgets. So I'll take a knife and I just cut around. So this the thing that is still attached to container, let it be attached. So just cut around, or not even sometimes even if you cut halfway, that's also enough. Okay. But according to this author, there is no problem, so it's not necessary to do what I do. Okay. I don't even remember where I saw it. Okay, so next one is the wrappers. Any sealed paper or plastic food wrapper whose contents are needed for Yom Tov may be removed in a manner whereby it is ruined. And without changing the words or the symbols. This applies, for example, candy bar wrapper and small packets of sugar or coffee. So with this candy bar, again, since they glue shut, so I would say take the scissors, and same with if you have these packets of sugar, that's a big problem. In some shoes, they put those. And technically, there is no problem like to open, and if you're not going to tear through the words. Maybe there are some brands that don't have much writing, but some brands like especially if it's like all the sweeteners, not sugar but sweeteners, they have a lot of writing. So to open that, I mean, it's possible, but you have to like pay attention what you're doing and be very, very good with your hands. So it's possible, right? So if it's a candy bar, you want a candy bar, you just cut, throw out the wrapper, and that's it. Next one, J. Isis. One should not cut open the top of the freeze-top ices on Yom Tov, since the ices are meant to be eaten by being gradually pushed up through the top of the plastic tube. Cutting off the top of the tube makes into a fashionable container. These ices should be opened before Yom Tov and should be cut open lengthwise on Yom Tov and ice removed. So these ices, I mean, I never ate those, but I saw it. Some other people eat. So I think it's from like frozen juice or something, right? So they push from the bottom like in these plastic containers. So if you cut from top, so you open the plastic container, of course it's a problem because it's you fashion container. So you have to do lengthwise, and that's it. You destroy, you throw the plastic, and you eat this ice as a regular ice cream. That's it. Okay. Next one, paper napkins, towel, and tissues, and that's as we said also. Could be a problem, especially people who have nothing to do, like, and they start playing with a napkin, right? And we used to buy like long time ago, like you go to the store and you want to buy something good for Shabbos, right? for Yom Tov, and in the store where we go, it's called Paperific, very interesting, Jewish store, right? And they sell like beautiful these napkins, like disposable, like state of art. It's unbelievable, so nice. So that they make everything looks very good. But then like after sometimes I saw like that's a problem. So we have to stop doing that. I mean, you're not allowed to buy it. I mean, on regular days there is no problem. On Yom Tov, for sure you're going to tear, right? And there is like pictures for sure, the beautiful pictures, and sometimes it's wording. That's for sure it is a problem. Especially kids, they would tear them up for sure. So even though you want to buy like better like napkins paper napkins for Shabbos or Yom Tov, just buy like one like solid colors and no pictures and no writings. So okay, so unless you have all grown ups and nobody's going to tear, but okay, it's possible, but possible. Okay, paper, napkins, towels, and tissues. It is permitted to tear open the destructive fashion a package of tissues, a paper napkins or paper towels needed for Yom Tov. So we're talking about like these plastic packages, right? Where you have these napkins because it's for sure it is Yom Tov necessities. So usually they glue shut like the envelope, right? All these angles, right? So don't open with its glue, but cut with the scissors. Okay. Towels. Okay, so paper napkins we understand. Tissues like facial tissues we understand. Right? When they say towels, the way I understand is a towels that not paper towels like when they like in a roll. Not like towels like when they all separate. It's also permitted to use paper towels, napkin, and tissues, even though they may one may tear through use. Okay, I mean, of course you might tear, but if there are wording or pictures, there is a problem. Okay, But if you was wiping something with a paper towel and it tore, there is no problem. Okay. However, it is forbidden to tear towels from the roll. That okay, as we said. This violates the prohibition Korea, tearing. If one tears along the perforations, he also transgresses the prohibition or mechateif, right? Cutting to specifications. So just to remind us, in a Mishkan, they would cut to specification the skins, right? The skins of animals, because I mean, of course, all the animals different size, and you want to have all of the skins exactly the same size, precise. So that's a measurement, right? So that's why we're not allowed to do that. Okay. On perforation, box tissues that pop up are often fastened to one another. This type of tissue may not be pulled from the box on Yom Tov. We're going to explain. Okay, so again, from the roll we don't cut. So what we do, like we just pre-cut before the Yom Tov, like whatever 20 pieces, whatever how many pieces you need, just in case something spills from time to time. So you be ready. But that's it. From roll we never cut, right? For if one's cut perforation, it's a problem. Kind of to specification. And now he's talking about box tissues. So the box tissues, I'm not sure. I mean, it's when one pulls up another. That's the problem, because somehow they are attached. So that's how one pulls another, right? That would be forbidden. But there is different, like Jewish style. They're not attached. One second, I'm going to show. So we buy only those. You see, they're not attached. That's totally separate. But from the box, when one pulls another, sometimes they are attached. That's what he's talking about. Okay, so next one is bandages. It is permitted to tear open or destructive fashion the wrapper of the bandage without tearing any words. I mean, like if a person needs to get bandage, that's what you do. Any words. If one needs to use bandage on Yom Tov, of course. However, some brands of the adhesive bandages can be removed from their wrapper without tearing anything at all by unfolding the folded ends of the wrapper and sliding the bandages out. I'm not sure. I mean, okay. This wrapper should not be normally torn unnecessary. I'm not sure what brand is it. I'm not sure. So we buy the regular ones, and it's easy to open basically. Okay, but you can always cut, destroy this wrapping of the bandage and throw out. But this kind that is banded on the sides on ends, I'm not sure. I have not seen those. Okay. There is a difference of the opinion as to whether one may peel of the plastic tabs of the new Band-Aid on Yom Tov. This is discussed in chapter 23. So, I mean, we covered that. So we said Moshe Feinstein, that's all. He said there is no problem, so we follow his opinion, there is no problem. I mean, we're not trying to make our lives any harder. So we just follow the opinion, if it's allowed, and it's not a big deal. So, right, so we do that. Okay, any questions on what we said? We finished the chapter.
Rabbi?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So the board says for the left, is there an issue with tightly wrapped paper packages, like for butter?
No, there is no issue. That's a very good question, because there is no glue in there. Yes, it is a tight, and sometimes it's you have to pull, but it's only because it's got the paper got stuck to the bottom. That's it. Yeah, that's a very good question. What else?
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.
Next question, Rav, how should we open soda cans?
Okay. Soda cans. That's the problem. I mean, so like you cannot open from the top. You creating the opening, right? Fashion, and you cut through the specification up to specification, right? Like this uh, perforation, right? So it's a lot of problems. So I would say leave it for Motzei Shabbos, or you can puncture on the like on a side and pour it to your cup and throw the can. Okay, but don't try to like. Plus, you have to understand there is a gas inside, so you have to be careful. Okay, but it is a problem. Yes.
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome.